Hey everyone, I'm Joe Ferzoco.
I'm Chris Ferzoco, and this video is market statistics. We're going to look at the fourth quarter of 2025. Joe, we're going to compare that to the third quarter of 2025. And within this video, we're going to actually look at all properties, right? So within the MLS, we actually do look at whether it's a vacant lot, whether it's a multifamily, single family, condo, efficiency, penthouse. It could be commercial. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's on the multiple listing service, it is included in our market statistics. We're going to look at the overall sales value or the overall value of property, number of properties that sold, meaning closed and went off the market, closed books. We're going to look at the number of homes that came on the market. We're going to look at sale price versus the actual list price. And we're also going to do some comparisons on the days on market.
Days on market. Fantastic. Of course, folks, if you like what you hear, you like what you're seeing here on our channel, please make sure you subscribe below, tap that bell for instant notifications, and please hit the like button. You'll be the first to get the most up-to-date market information, happenings, things that are going down here, dining stuff here at the Jersey Shore. No, not that Jersey Shore, our Jersey Shore. Ventnor, Margate, Longport, Ocean City, Somers Point, Stone Harbor, Avalon, North Wildwood, West Wildwood, Wildwood Crest, Diamond Beach, Cape May, North Cape May, Cape May Courthouse, and Upper Township. Those are the areas that we cover here. And we try to make sure we bring in about 11 different towns for the areas that the Ferzoco group covers down here. So, Chris, you're going to jump into third quarter versus fourth quarter for 2025, and let's talk about it.
Yep, so we're going to look at Ocean City as we always do. We'll start right there. We did actually see a value decrease, Joe, of about 8.5% quarter over quarter. We went from $1,000,048 down to $1,000,035. So, just a slight decrease there, nothing spectacular. Just kind of seems to be the numbers that we ping pong in between right now with regards to Ocean City. As the number of properties that actually closed for the month, we actually had closed for the quarter was virtually the same. We actually had 152 in the third quarter, 154 in the fourth quarter. So very similar there. So very, very consistent. We're, in the last video we did with month over month, we said the word was not, it wasn't consistent. There's more consistency, I think, in quarter over quarter. When you look at the number of properties that came on the market, you actually had 360 in the third quarter versus 260 in the fourth. Significant decrease. I thought that was pretty surprising. That's a 29% drop. I was surprised just from the standpoint of maybe with things being a little bit more fluid, if you will, with regards to the interest rates kind of dropping a little bit. Though again, those are on, kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. You might see some more sellers getting the idea of let me get on the market, get ready for the beginning of the new year. So I thought I would have seen that number increase a little bit more there. So I was a little bit shocked by that, but only 260 properties came on the market. Again, that was a 29% decrease from the third quarter. Now, when you look at the overall sale price versus list price, exact same 96%. And the days on market was actually virtually the same. You have 49 in the third quarter versus 50 in the fourth quarter. So again, Ocean City was very consistent. Even that 8.5% drop, it's still very consistent across the board otherwise. When you look at Seattle City now, that actually had a pretty significant drop. It dropped 31% quarter over quarter. Went from 2.06 down to 1.4. So that's a pretty significant drop there for an overall quarter, especially heading into the end of the year. You almost would have thought it would have jumped up with a little bit more of that new construction, maybe closing and what have you. The number of properties that actually sold, virtually the same again, much like Ocean City. You had 30 in November, 33 in the month of December. I'm sorry, in the fourth quarter versus the third quarter. Okay, so again, 30 versus 33. So again, very consistent with the number of properties selling in the quarters.
There you go.
As the number of properties that came on the market, we actually had 50 come on the market in the third quarter versus 49 in the fourth quarter. So again, see how pretty consistent there. List price versus sale price, we had 97%, and days on market was 112 in fourth quarter versus 113 in the third quarter. So again, pretty consistent. The only things that were, there was a couple of things down, but very consistent quarter over quarter.
I would say the one thing that we're going to find here as we move down the parkway a little bit here and go into the Wildwoods and such is when we look at the number of transactions that we've had, that seems to be, while they are low, there's not a lot of transactions happening. That seems to be the most consistent. Like there's not these massive gaps between, hey, we had this many. I mean, even when we did November, December, if some of you are going to check out that video, you can see, like when we talk about the listings and stuff, it's like, my God, there's just this gap as far as down. Like the number of transactions always seems to be a pretty consistent. Yeah, there's ups or downs, but that seems to be within a smaller window as opposed to like, again, we're going to go into inventory here and like the number of properties listed, it's like, oh my God, like going into the fourth quarter. So, but let's jump into North Wildwood. Your average sale price was up 27% in the fourth quarter. Average sale price was $944,000 in North Wildwood for the fourth quarter of 2025. Number of properties that we had closed in the fourth quarter was down 18%, was 53 transactions compared to 65 In the third, the number of properties that came on the market was a 38% decrease. We only had 63 properties at the market in North Wildwood compared to over 100 in the third quarter. List price to sale price, that's stuck there at 96%, same as the quarter before, but you started $200,000 and $300,000 higher, so win-win-win for you in North Wildwood. Days on market was jumped up to about 120 days, so that's more, that's more realistic. I mean, it was 91 days in third, which is kind of right in where we want to be. Let's go into Wildwood. Your average sale price was up 15%, $647,000 was your average sale price in Wildwood for the fourth quarter. Number of transactions, we had 60. We had 60 in the third quarter, so pretty flat there as far as identicalness. The number of properties that hit the market, another drop, 37%. We only had 57 properties come on the market in the fourth quarter in Wildwood compared to over 90 in the third quarter. List price to sale price was around 96%. Your days on market was 229. And as we talked about before, when we start to get these really big days on market, usually that's a lot of the new constructions that have closed. The contractors, they hit them, they break ground. Agents list a property for sale, and then it takes you 6 to 8 months to build the property. Well, that's 8 months, 240 days. So there you go, 229. So that's usually why you see that days on market maybe jump up a little bit there. Moving into the Crest, 11% increase in the fourth quarter. Your average sale price, $794,000 for the fourth quarter. Number of transactions, that dropped. We only had 34 transactions in all of the fourth quarter in Wildwood Crest. And of course, your inventory, that also dropped. We only had 35 properties coming on the market in Wildwood Crest in the fourth quarter. That was a 44% decrease in the fourth quarter compared to third. List price to sale price, pretty identical, 97%. And of course, your days on market, that was sitting around 134 days, which was really not too big of a difference from the third quarter. Moving into Sea Point Village, one of the few areas where we saw a decrease. Sea Point Village, Diamond Beach, your average sale price was just over $1 million, $1.079 million for Sea Point Village and Diamond Beach. That was a 6% decrease. Number of transactions, fourth quarter, identical to the third. We had 11. And of course, the number of properties that hit the market, we had a 67% decrease. We only had 6 properties hit the market in the fourth quarter. Folks, that's 2 a month. Think about that. Like only 2 a month that hit the market in the Sea Point Village, Diamond Beach area. List price to sale price was running right around 96%, and your days on market was right around 3 months at 92 days. Finally, Cape May, 6% increase in your average sale price in the fourth quarter, $1.466 million was your average sale price. Number of transactions we had in the fourth quarter was actually an increase. We had 28 transactions in the fourth quarter in Cape May. Of course, your inventory, that dropped 19%. We only had 26 properties hit the market in the fourth quarter. That's a little less than my, public education. What was that? 9 listings a month, something around that, hitting the market. So again, like you're not even like one a day. It's like almost like one every third, fourth day you're hitting the market. So very limited in your inventory hitting the market in the Cape May in the fourth quarter. List price to sale price sitting right around 96%. In your days on market, again, right around 87, which was 1 day longer in the fourth quarter than the third. All right, get us offshore, Chris.
Yep. So primary home market, looking in Upper Township, the overall value actually had a 6.5% increase there. We went from 585 up to 595. I'm sorry, 558 up to 595. The overall number of properties that actually had closed, we actually went up 21%. We had 28 in the third quarter versus 34 in the fourth quarter. So you did actually see some more properties closing that quarter there. As for the number of properties that came on the market, we had a 17.5% decrease for the number of properties coming on the market. Went from 57 down to 47 in the fourth quarter. Now the overall actual sale price, the list price, much like the month over month, had a huge drop. We were at 95% in the third quarter, 97% in the third quarter, dropped down to 79% in the fourth quarter. So that's a significant decrease there. Days on market actually dropped down about 18%. We went from 43 days up to 81 days.
Okay.
So, excuse me, things taking a little bit longer there on the market as well. Excuse me. Can't believe these numbers. I'm choking on them. That's how bad they are. All right, summer sporting, moving into the Atlantic County neck of our area that we like to cover. When you look at the overall value there, a 6.5% increase. We went 478 up to 510. We had the number of properties that closed was virtually the same. You had 39 in the third quarter, 42 closed in the fourth quarter, and you actually had virtually the exact same. Again, number of homes come on the market, 88 in the third quarter, 86 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
You had the sale price to list price about the same, 99%. Days on market actually only at 27 days.
Wow, man, that's fast.
I'll let you take over.
Yeah, that's big quick. So let's move down a little bit, like jumping offshore here into the North Cape May area. Again, fourth quarter compared to third quarter for 2025. Your average sale price in North Cape May was up 9%. 632,000 was your average sale price in North Cape May for the fourth quarter. Number of transactions slightly down. We only had 16 transactions. That was a 20% decrease in North Cape May. And of course, the inventory that dropped 42%. We only had 15 properties or 15 listings hitting the market in the fourth quarter for North Cape May. Your list price to sale price, pretty much identical, right around 98%. And of course, your days on market, again, same thing, was right around 87, 89%, 89 days the third quarter, 87 on the fourth quarter. So right in there as far as the days on market in North Cape May. And finally, Chris, sitting in Cape May Courthouse, our final offshore area, your average sale price was up 5%. 486,000 was your average sale price in Cape May Courthouse for the fourth quarter. Number of transactions was actually up. This is one of the very few areas, Cape May the same, where you had 45 transactions in Cape May Courthouse in the fourth quarter. As far as transactions are concerned, the number of properties that hit the market, that was a decrease, just like everywhere else in the southern half of the county that we cover. 49% decrease. You had 33 properties hit the market in the fourth quarter compared to 65 in the third quarter. Your average days on market was about 118 days, and your list price to sale price was right around 96% on that. So, Chris, when we're looking at that, again, you have pretty consistent with the number of properties that sold, the number of transactions that you're having, whether it's slightly up or slightly down, or the same. And there's not really, again, there's not this big gap as opposed to like the listings where it's like, everything is 38, 37, 44, 49% decrease. I mean, that's big gaps. It's half the properties coming on the market in the fourth quarter compared to the third. So there is some consistency with the number of transactions, though not a lot, but there's a little consistency there. It's the inventory where all of a sudden you're starting to see this big gap. And hey, that's the fourth quarter. It's the end of the year. We always say that, as we're doing this video, we're gearing up for 2026 spring. Spring market's right around the corner. See what happens with that.
Well, I think too, what's interesting was when you look at some of the towns too, Joe, is that the sale price though to list price is still high.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we had the Upper Township. Take that one out of the equation, right? Mm-hmm. They're all high. They're all in the upper 90s, 97, 98, 99, somewhere in there. And when you look at the towns that we cover, you talked about look at the sale prices here. I'm looking at the stats over here. I mean, you look at it, it's up. Right, values are up, values up, values up. Oh, it's down ever so slight, right? 8.5%. It could go up 17% in the first quarter, just like that.
Right.
So what's interesting is, listen carefully here, folks. The number of transactions or the number of properties coming on the market has dropped.
Yeah.
Means inventory is low and lower and dropping, but the number of transactions are staying the same. So values are pretty much staying the same. If not, in a lot of cases, it's increasing. Mm-hmm. So if you're holding out, you're costing yourself more money
to buy.
Yeah. And if you're a seller, you're missing an opportunity because there's not a lot of inventory for you to compete against, but buyers are looking for inventory. They want more options.
Yeah.
So you're missing an opportunity there. So I really want you to hear that. The number of properties coming on the market, they're all down, like you said, 40, 60, 39%, 37%, 30%. They're way down. But the number of transactions are about the same, so that means properties are selling.
Yeah,
and the values are up.
Still deals, still deals are happening. That's for sure. And it's not that
can't lay it out any clearer.
It's not that month to month. Like no, this is a quarter.
Yep.
Where it's like okay, for a quarter now we've got for the most part every town average sale price up. Transactions pretty much about the same, so deals are happening. Yep. It's the inventory that goes down. So 100% on all that there. And of course, folks, if you are looking to sell, you want us to streamline a little bit, as far as hey, my specific town, my specific neighborhood. Certainly, reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text. Whether it's this week, next week, a month, 6 months from now, a year from now, reach out to us, give us a call, start planting the seed, get some ideas in your head. We'll do a specific market analysis, for your specific home, and start again. Dotting those I's, crossing those T's to get you forward. If you're looking to purchase a property, reach out to us here at the Ferzoco Group. We're going to make sure we put you in touch with a buyer specialist. Any one of our, myself, Chris, anyone else on the team, we'll make sure that your criteria is specific to what you're looking for. So when you're getting those price adjustments, when you're getting those new properties hitting the market, boom, you're getting those instantly. We're getting you into that property. You're going under contract with, not much what you're dealing with other buyers. Rates are below 6%. So there's certainly, still good things that are going to be happening here. And as I said before, I mean, we're we're doing this video. We're gearing up for the 2026 spring market. So
Yeah.
good things still to come. We've got some more videos coming your way. So until next time, he's Chris, I'm Joe. We'll see you at the beach.